Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm never letting my sister touch my computer again. I'm gonna be honest. I had an entire bit planned out for the beginning, but I forgot that Myers only has 1 year left on his contract, so we can't buy him out anymore because the buyout window's nada. So yeah, we're stuck with that. That's gonna be a big topic of today. Hi, my name is Kaja Antic. I am one of your wonderful co-hosts. If I pat myself on the back of Game Over Vancouver, we are here to talk about what just happened. And a lot did happen. A lot didn't happen. Like Tyler Myers being worth $6 million. Anyway, um, that is one thing that we will be getting into. But just to recap, the Vancouver Canucks, they lost. They lost tonight, 4-3. How's everybody doing? Hi, fangirl. I wanted to ask you, fangirl, before we get into all this, what do you think of Jeff Skinner's goal song for the Buffalo Sabres? Just putting that out there. Anyway, Stamkos returns. The Tampa Bay Lightning are on a 3-game losing streak, which feels insane to say because it's like it's Tampa, they're so good. Are they? Are they? I almost said maybe this is the year that they get, but nope, nope, they did not. We are free from Noah Juleson, which I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like, okay, no hate on the guy, kind of hate on the guy, but it's just not worth all the pain. That is watching him play on an NHL lineup. Like I'm trying not to be a hater, but it's in my blood. I need to be one. So he was freed. Friedman comes up into our lineup after the trade that sent Jack Rathbone. I mean, I'm sad for Aiden McDonough, but at the same time, like, good for Jack. He's been in our system for ages, and yeah, always deserve a fresh look. Same thing that I said with Michael DiPietro. I was like, I'm forgetting his name. I feel so bad. This is literally last season. But yeah, Friedman comes into our lineup. Um, and, he had a pretty good first game. I just want to know what all y'all think. Um, because he got in a fight in his first game. He's only had like 4 career fights, I believe they said, and against Tanner Jeannot, who is very good at fighting. He won, but took him down with a punch to the back of the head. Totally not great, but it's Tampa. They never got anything called. Anyway, just before I get into a rundown of the entire game, did anybody else notice the weird mic issue with the anthem? Because I thought it was my computer. I thought it was my headphones, and I was like, okay, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the end of the road. No, it's just Tampa needs to. They have like this whole arena. They have the 2 cups. Like, get working mics, please. It's not even their home opener. It's like, nah. Um, Within the first 2 minutes, we're talking a lot about Tyler Myers tonight, so buckle down, like the video, get ready, get some water, stay hydrated, because this is going to be a conversation. So, the Ian Cole and Myers pairing is the worst defensive pairing that I have seen in my entire life. They are $9 million against the cap, those two combined. Because Myers has his $6 million, and then Ian Cole is $3 million. $9 million. Despite what everything said, everything about the Vancouver real estate market, you could buy a house here with how much they cost against the cap. For that. Anyway, yeah. So, within the first 2 minutes of the game, Myers misses a pass from Ian Cole and the puck ices. What's worse, Cole and Myers or OEL and Myers? I honestly, because sometimes the OEL and Myers sometimes it worked. Most of the times it didn't. Sometimes it worked. Cole and Myers have never worked. I don't believe they're ever gonna work. I mean, I'm trying not to be pessimistic here, but Tyler Myers, literally, if I'm assuming most of y'all are co-hosts here, he was being negative about Tyler Myers. Do you know how bad you have to be to get on Clay's bad side? That's like impossible to do. So, okay. Yeah, so Myers misses a Cole pass. Puck ices within the first 2 minutes. There's a massive Ethan Bear-shaped hole in the side. I know. I'm still so... I mean, technically, I think he's still a Canuck. But, yeah, fingers crossed that he gets put back in. And can we buy out Ian Cole if he's on a 1-year contract? Because I just want him gone. Tyler Myers can be good occasionally. This was definitely... These first few games, definitely not the occasion. Yeah. Within the first 2 minutes. I still can't, like... I know icings are so odd. But within the first 2 minutes? Anyway, I just blame Tampa ice, blame Florida ice. Why is it so hot? Don't put ice there. And then, Lafferty gets a boarding call on Calvin DeHaan. In the offensive end, penalty is killed. Shocker. That was a genuine shocker. I should have said it less sarcastically. Because, our penalty kill, still not very good. Guess they're tearing down the Myers statue after his goal now. Oh, gosh. I mean, yeah. Suter saves the Hagel tap-in after Demko loses the puck, and, the way Demko loses the puck is you don't see that a lot with him. It reminded me of when UC Saros just kind of, controller disconnected in a while. I've never seen someone tackle their own teammate to lead to a goal. Yes, I have that in my notes. Where was that? What goal was that? Oh, yeah, the 4-2 goal. Some people are calling out Tocchet for subduing Kuzmenko. He's been quiet so far. Yeah. I don't want to say I expected more of him, but I do. Because, he was one of the shining parts of last season, and then we signed him to that contract. Yes, it's only 2 years, but still, bit of money. Not as much as Tyler Myers. Yeah, Kuzmenko is just... Kuzmenko and Bo. The thing with Beauvillier is he had a history of being streaky, and especially coming from a team like the New York Islanders who just doesn't score whatsoever, I could see that being kind of an issue for a team that is struggling offensively and defensively. Let's be honest here. Oh, I say struggling offensively. We won our first game 8-1, so yeah. I do think Kuzmenko should do more. I've barely... Of the games, I've watched all the games. He's just been unremarkable, I'd say, for the first 4 games, which is really weird, considering by, in a year ago, 2 weeks Friday, so November 3rd, it'll be, his hat trick against the Anaheim Ducks, and now that was, in his top 10 goals or something. It was early on, but he was still showing us that he was a good piece of the franchise. I was about to say star, but I was I don't want to put that heft on it because it was literally just his first month. Yeah. Suter, he had a good game. I like him. He's very underrated new guy. But I feel like if I say that he's underrated, he's going to become overrated, but I think he's underrated. How there's always the unsung hero award, but it always goes through to a really popular player. I do like it though. Eddie Ward on Bluger. I don't believe so. I know Breeze was on LTIR, which sucks. He's undisclosed week to week as of the 13th, so we still don't know. Uh, yeah. Mikheyev is still day to day, so hopefully we get him back soon. Because I do think he would be a much better fit to the line with Kuzmenko and PD. Because I mean, Garland's gonna get traded. Hopefully, please, somebody take him. Um, yes. Yeah, it's gonna be a year today. Year today? It's been a year today, let's be honest here. That was 3 hours. 2.5. Math. But yeah, so there's the heroic slashing on point. There was the Canucks tweeted Demko dialed in early and it was like within the first 5 minutes of the game. And like, does he need to be that dialed in that early? Like, I understand that's his job, to stop the pucks from going into the net. But your defense is just truly horrible. It's bad. So your goalie has to be like on his toes ready at all moments of the game because you just let things happen. Can we sit Myers and play Juleson? Oh my gosh. That might be better at this point. We might not get a goal out of it, but it might be better. Yeah, so on the chronic penalty kill, Paul scores because Tyler Myers cleared it directly to the Lightning. He cleared it directly to the Lightning. Like, he was trying to clear it. He was trying to clear it. But, the whole rule, don't shoot it, like, up the middle, don't clear it up the middle. Instead of clearing it up the middle, he goes to the side. What he doesn't see is the Tampa Bay Lightning blue sweater coming by this way and stealing the puck from him. Also, why are Myers and Ian Cole our penalty killing defensemen? I understand not having your stars on the penalty kill. Why was Tyler Myers the guy clearing the puck? Why was Ian Cole in the net? Yeah, that's just... Demko deserves so much better. Like, I don't blame any players wanting out of this team, just based on this pairing. Like, I understand it's gonna be the last 1 year, but you know what else lasts 1 year? Pedersen's contract. Maybe I'm just being negative. Maybe, it's been a long day, but at the same time, this team this team is just so horribly constructed. It has, I tweeted this earlier, but I'm going to steal it again. This team has about as much structure, keyword for the Canucks, it has about as much structure as a Jenga tower after like 35 rounds. So there's only like a few pieces holding up the entire thing. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like trying to watch this team figure out anything. How is the play to pass to the Lightning? I understand. We wear blue jerseys at home. Tyler Myers used to play in Winnipeg and Buffalo. They had blue jerseys. Can you tell that this is not Winnipeg, Buffalo, or Vancouver based on the ice? Like, they commented multiple times that the ice was bad, and like that's kind of with the thing of Tampa, Florida teams basically having the worst ice. Like, it's kind of commonly known, just because of how like hot it is. Yeah, Miller is back to 0% defense, and then like later in the game he got a good defense from he did a good defense. That's wow. Thank you, brain. Yeah. And I also have Cole and I have the same amount of forechecking skills. I've never played hockey because I wanted to be a goalie, but my eyesight's bad. That's the whole my whole sob story. Chernak shoves Garland way after the whistle. Nothing got called. There was a flashback to when Sergachev punched Garland and only got a $5,000 fine. Great league. Starting off the second period strong. 14 seconds in, Brock Besser in front of the net, but Miller forechecks. Phil DiGiuseppe moves the bolt off the puck. Again, Phil DiGiuseppe, top line NHLer. That's my man. That's my favorite. I'm kidding. Brock Besser's my favorite. But, you know, PDG is also up there. 14 seconds in. Great. Literally not even an entire minute later, the man of the hour, Tyler Myers. With an assist from Pettersson, blast from the middle of the offensive zone, reparations for everything else that's happened in the entire game, season, contract, gestures vaguely to the rest of the world, like, just... Tyler Myers. I know you try and be chaotic at all times possible. But please, can you just hold off on a minute when we're watching the team who has gone to the Stanley Cup Finals like 4 times and won 2 cups in the last decade? Because I don't know. I don't know why Betting's fingerprints are still all over this team. True. I mean, Garland, Myers, the ghost of the 2017 Pittsburgh Penguins. You could blame him for so much. Beauvillier needs to go. I feel like he's going to get traded by the deadline. I feel that's been my gut feeling since we got him. And, yeah. Anyway. 62 seconds in. 62 seconds and we have 2 goals from the Canucks. So the Canucks are leading for the first time this game, and the only time this game. Susie crashed into the net. He scored on himself. I was worried because he looked kind of injured. Yeah. Kuzmenko slid into the ref. Why is the ref there? Because he has to be there. But why do we need referees? Why? They don't do their jobs, and when they do, it's not right. Because it's against my team, and that is wrong. But yeah, I really liked it. I'm pretty sure he asked Garland if he had any teeth. If he was missing any teeth, and I'm like, surely you would feel that, but at the same time, adrenaline, you never know. Let me know if anybody else caught that as well, because I thought that was funny, and I was like, okay, you get to keep. Because Baco did draw a penalty tonight, so that was one good thing he did. But on the only Canucks power play, if I am remembering correctly, let's see. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Only Canucks power play, which Kuzmenko drew the penalty for. The linesman got in the way. Don't know how. And the puck was sent down the ice because it went into his skates. So, thank you. And there was an odd man shorthanded rush for the Lightning. Suter had a good chance, but the rebound was deflected. It could have gone in. It was Johansson. I'm so used to, like, Vasilevsky. And I'm like, okay, that's the goalie. But he's not playing right now. So, rip to everybody's fantasy team. Oh, I have Demko. That's not good. I don't want to check my score right now. Hronek was slow to get up, / discomfort from blocking shot. I was not happy about that, but he still continued to play. What we do as a fan if they announce a Myers extension instead of a trade? I'm thinking a third instance of what's happened when we lose in the Stanley Cup. I'm kidding. I don't advocate for violence. I mean, but yeah. Yeah, there's the Friedman fight. Kuzmenko, again, when he was being noticed, it was either he did something vaguely good, like he drew a penalty. Good for him. But then again, he missed a tip from Myers. I don't blame him. But then he also, right after, tries to go for a wraparound that goes completely wide. Like, it was off. It was way off. Like, it was, if it was a home run, it was out of the park, which is the wrong sport. It's the wrong sport, Andre. He did do a good check, though, and, he stole the puck from Hagel, between Hagel and Stamkos. I wrote Stammer in my notes, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say that, because that's the nickname, but yeah, Stamkos. It's easier to type sometimes, man. Joshua was pulled down, and the commentary was took down by a stick that was coming out of some hands. I wonder how that happened. There was no call. Moving on. Lightning tie it. Friedman was not committed to the full check, only kind of reached out, which is like the Tyler Myers special if you're not completely laying down on the ice. You have all that body, might as well use it. Friedman, though, just did little hand, and Demko was out too far forward. Puck goes in. Goal. Canucks tied. Not too shabby. We tied the Oilers. And then the Lightning continued to take the lead. The commentary, I just want to point out John Shorthouse cursed us because he goes, Tampa looking for the lead, immediately Kucherov scores. Immediately. Without missing a beat. There were 2 goals in 69 seconds. Nice. Well, not nice for the Canucks. And Kucherov sounds like boo. Based. Our third penalty kill. There weren't a lot of penalties called tonight. There's 3 minors for us, 1 for the Lightning, and then the Fighting major. But do we really count that? Because, technically they both lose a guy. We do count it, but not for power plays. My brain was buffering there. Yeah, Cole tried to save a goal from... Cole tried to save a goal from Hagel, which, he saved a goal, but at what cost? The cost? It was a goal. It was a goal. Cole, yeah, he reached in for hooking, got Hagel, tripped him up. He went to the boards. Then Kucherov scored because Myers was laying on top of Pettersson. He was just fully he did the classic Tyler Myers, I'm gonna penalty kill, and this is exactly what he did. He did this. I'm not screaming, so you don't have to worry about headphones and all that. POV, Tyler Myers penalty kill. That's it. That's all he does. $6 million. $6 million we pay for this man. And he does that. Anyway. Yeah, Myers was on top of Pettersson. Paul goes right through Myers and Susie, and so does the pass to Kucherov. No one was watching Kucherov, who has won the Art Ross within recent memory. Yeah, it's great. Myers ain't worth $6 million at all. He isn't worth a bag of Lay's Original. $6 million USD. Oh, yeah, I forgot that they have that rule. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna search up the exact... So yeah, it is $6 million per year that he is allocated for. It's 7.2% of his of our cap room. I'm gonna calculate USD to... So $6 million USD. It's not 7.5. I want everyone to take a long guess at what it is. Okay, time's up. It's 8.233230 Canadian. Just, yeah. Eight. Over $8 million. That is more than. Okay, I know this isn't like conversion rates and all that. That is more than Quinn Hughes's contract. Do you know how horrible that is? I don't I don't even know what to say. I do not even know what to say. $8.2 million for a dude that looks like me jumping into a foam pit at a trampoline park. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh no. I stand corrected. Kucherov won the Ted Lindsay Hart and Art Ross Trophy in 2019. Wide open. Left wide open. I understand it's a penalty kill. You don't have all your men, but in front of the net. In front of the net. Right, you leave him right there. Like, yeah. And to think OEL made $7 million. You know what? That contract is gone. I understand it's dead cap, so it still technically matters. No. No. He scored tonight for Florida. He scored. So, good for Toronto, I guess. Good for Toronto. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Cirelli trying the crossbar challenge. Miller with the empty net, with a minute and 50 left. He scores. 6 mil USD. Yeah. In East Van. 6 mil USD is probably, like, that's probably good enough. There was a house that was, like, very small. I saw on Twitter that was 3.7 mil Canadian. So, with, like, a fraction of Tyler Myers' contract, you can own a house here. I understand he doesn't get paid all that upfront, because he got a $5 million signing bonus. So, a man that gets paid more than I will ever learn in my life gets to land on top of his opponent, or is not even his opponent, his teammate, on a penalty kill, gets to ignore one of the most key important players on the opposing team, gets to pass the puck directly to the other team, which results in a goal. And yes, he scored, but by doing absolutely nothing, he makes $6 million against our cap. I don't care that the Canucks can complain about cap issues. You used a buyout for OEL. You could have used it this summer for Myers. You can use it for Garland. I really don't care anymore. Just get... Is losing Elias Pettersson really worth the extra dead cap that we have from having shitty players? Is it? Is it? Because at this point, you're spending more to try and retain him, probably, than you're spending to, like, get rid of any of these guys. If you're in win now, trade your... I don't care. Trade your first overall. I'm serious. Or not first overall. We're never getting that. But trade your first rounder. It's four games into the season. I should not be saying this. It's 4 games into the season. Trade the draft picks that you can, because I understand that you can go off all you want and say, oh yeah, but what about these futures? These futures are going to take years to develop. You know what doesn't have years to develop? Elias Pettersson, who is an RFA next season. Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes, you do not have time to develop, because by the time that, like, the 5th rounder that we traded for Sam Lafferty is going to be playing in the NHL, by the time that happens, Quinn Hughes will be a frickin' UFA, and you're going to want to hold on to your captain, okay? So trade the draft picks. I'm so sick of this debate. Like, yes, you can get sad about how we traded a first First rounder, um, the one that we got from New York. Okay, sure. Do I care at the end of the day? No. I don't even remember who they drafted. Do I remember who they drafted with the first rounder that we traded for OEL and Garland? Yes, I do. Because it was for OEL and frickin' Garland, okay? I'm gonna remember that because one of them is bought out and one of them is on the verge of being bought out. He has 3 more years left on his contract. 3. 3 more years. And what is he doing? He scored a couple goals. It's more than Andrei Kuzmenko, but then again, Andrei Kuzmenko has only has 2 left, and it's only like a little bit more than what we are paying Connor Garland, the living epitome of a Garland gnome, a garden gnome. I mean, Garland, that's, yeah. Was really surprised when Meyer scored. Yeah, because he does it like once a season. It was his first goal in 43 games. The only other goal that I can remember of his was in 21-22 when he scored against the Rangers for like the first time in 70-something games because his mom and his brother were watching. I remember that being the whole story. Yeah, we don't have the time. If we want to have our good players back, we do not have the time because we only have a lot of our key guys for, like, Demko's a UFA in 3 years. You may think 3 years is a long time. I can assure you it is not. It is not. Like, it feels like it because, 3 years ago was still, like, mega lockdown season, but 3 years is not a long time. We are paying Connor Garland almost as much as we were paying Thatcher Demko for very different quality for the teams. Quality of players. I understand they're different positions. I understand they have different priorities for their position. But that's just, you have your CEO, Demko, and you're paying him almost the same as your, like, trainee in Connor Garland. I understand that's a weird comparison, but that's how I kind of feel about it. That's how I feel. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. And Pettersson's still does not have a contract. Just blow up the whole team. Bring up the AHLers. I really don't know what to do with this team anymore. We're 4 games in and I'm just done looking at this roster. 'Cause it's just so abysmal, I guess. Yeah, Anthony Beauvillier needs to go. That's a big one. Do you guys have any questions before we wrap up tonight? I know it was a long chat. Like the video. Do all that fun stuff. Subscribe to SDPN down below. The Canucks started a 2-game losing streak. The Lightning break a 3-game losing streak. Brock Besser, goal and a few chances. Miller, goal. Myers, we don't want to talk about him anymore. I've heard Tyler Myers' name way too much over the last multiple years. But there's just so many things to talk about when it comes to him, and not a lot of them aren't good. So I don't really understand how he's still on the team. Pull a Bruce Boudreau from last season and scratch them when they're being shit. Because honestly, yeah. It's just horrific. It's honestly terrible. It's really... I know, like, I was so high on the team earlier this year because we beat Edmonton twice. Cool. We got shut out by Philly. We got shut out by the Philadelphia Flyers. Do you think Arizona will be the fool and take on Myers? That would be really funny. Let me just say, that would be really funny. Wait, who did we give? Oh, yeah, the second rounder. I was like, who did we give our 2024 second to? And it was with the Jason Dickinson trade for Riley Stillman. I forgot about that whole situation. Yeah, the Canucks cap hit today is $86,000. Arizona being the fool and taking Myers, I definitely could see that happen. Let me just see. Yeah, they have $5 million cap space, so if the Canucks retained a little bit of it, sure. Sure, why not? Trade. Let's get Logan Cooley. I'm kidding. We could never do that. Well, I mean, they wouldn't do that. But we should trade him for why sorry, Arizona's still paying OEL dead cap. Yeah. Oh wow, Shea Weber? He is on IR for the next 3 seasons under Arizona. Yeah, because there's no tomfoolery. You know what? Let's get back Travis Dermott from Arizona. I'm sure that'll work out. I'm sure. 100%. Yeah. That'll work out. Fingers crossed. Alright, everybody. Like the video down below. Subscribe to SDPN. Rate and review on podcast platforms. The Canucks have a long way to go. Sadly, you know, they're not going 80, 81-1. They can still go 80-2, but with Tyler Myers and Connor Garland and Anthony Beauvillier still on this team, still making way too much money than they deserve, yeah. This team has a long way to go. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sticking through the stream. If you're listening on a podcast platform, shout out to you. Yeah. This team makes me very mad, as you can see. Tyler Myers, I hope you get traded. That sounds really bad. That actually, I don't prey on people's downfalls, but at the same time, when your penalty kill is trying to completely just, if your penalty kill tactic is to tackle your own player away from the play of the other 2-time Stanley Cup winning in recent memory team, maybe you should be, you know, freed from this team. Anyway, that'll do it. I've been Kaja May. You can find me at RealKajaMay on Twitter. It's Twitter. Yeah. That's about all I can say. Thank you, Jim Benning. Good night, everybody.
Yeah!